I have a little boy who is a year and a half, and his name is Geordie. He's a very cool wee dude. He loves our two cats. He loves reading his books, and he loves riding his bike. Um, but for the first year of his life, he barely said a word. I quite enjoy having conversations and socializing with people, so it made my time at home last year. It was a bit lonely and quiet at times, hanging around with somebody who never speaks to you ever. We would go to the supermarket and old ladies would try and make him laugh or smile or say something. And usually, after a wee bit of persistence, they would give up and they would just exclaim to me, "Oh, he's very serious, isn't he?" Um, but he's just a happy dude. He's just a cruisy dude. He's just taken in the world. When he turned one, he started saying a few words. He started saying daddy. He started saying duk, which stood for book. And he started saying dear, which he learnt from everything we pointed at. We would point at various things. Where's the bird, Geordie? Where's the tree, Geordie? And he would point and say, dear. He was He's very happy and content with the few words he would say, and so were we. But there was something deep down inside of me that wished he would say mummy too. See, it's a bit rough when you've spent a whole year with someone and they never once say your name. Like, imagine if you had a friend that you hung out with all of year 8 and into year 9, and then you asked them, hey, do you know my name? And they stayed silent and said nothing. It's a pretty rough situation. Months passed this year of him just saying these words, dear, daddy, and duk, duk, duk. At the start of the lockdown, I'd been reading to Geordie. Then I had to change his nappy, and the whole time he just kept saying, daddy, daddy. And I was like, oh, come on, Geordie. So I looked him in the eye and I said, Geordie, can you please just say mummy? And he looked straight at me and he says, mummy. Oh, shook my head. Say what, Geordie? Did you just say that? I got him to say it again. He said it again. Questions were flying through my head. How long could you say that for? Were you just keeping that from me for a cruel game? Would you have said mummy if I asked last week? Or if I asked last month? Why didn't I ask earlier? I should have just asked. Over the last 4 weeks of lockdown, Geordie has said so many words, and any time I ask him to say mummy, he does it for me. Geordie, can you please say mummy?
Mummy.
Good boy.
Ba.
Geordie? Geordie, can you please say mummy?
Mummy.
Yeah, good boy. So often I think God is just there thinking, why don't you just ask? I'm here. I have the answer. I'm listening. Just ask. We forget about the fact that God is there the whole time. He is there to answer our prayers. He's there to talk to. He's there to listen to us. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, it says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. God is just waiting there for us to talk to him. He's just waiting there for us to ask him. And I don't know if we don't ask God because we don't have faith that he can do it. Like how I never asked Geordie to say mummy before because I assumed he couldn't do it. Or do we not ask God just because we forget to ask? Do we forget that God is there? Do we think to ask somebody else over God first? Our friends, our parents, the internet? Seeking God, praying and asking him to be in our worlds, it needs to become a habit. We have to practice doing it daily. It can't just be a random thought every now and then. We have to believe that he is there. We have to believe that through thick and thin, through day and night, that God is there because He is. He tells us that He is. We have to believe that He can do it. We have to believe in Him. In Isaiah, God tells us to fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God is always with us. God is always available for us to ask. We just need to make sure we remember that He is there. Through thick and thin, He is there. My prayer for us all today is that we thank you, God, for being right by our sides. We thank you for never leaving us. Please help us to look to you, God, in all that we do, in all that we need. You are our rock. You will be there forever and always. Thank you, God.